Can't believe it, another day. We got another non-union scabs working for Time Warner. Can you believe it? More non-union scabs out here working for Time Warner. How you guys feel? Let me see. You feel good? You feel good that you're taking jobs from 1,800 members that are on strike trying to support their family and losing their property? Well, you support yourself, so you only care about yourself, basically. Right? You don't care about what's going on with the rest of the people, right? They got nothing to do with you, but you're over here working on our jobs. You're working on the jobs that support our families. We are doing our job. That's why we're standing out doing our job, so we can be protected. How come you don't want to be protected? You don't want to be down? But you don't care. It doesn't matter, right? It's whatever you could get. It ain't about what anybody else does, it's what you could get, right? Basically. Huh? I ain't calling how I want, I'm calling what I see. Obviously you doing the job when you know all of us are on strike right now. But you don't care. It don't bother you no way, right? All right, that's good to know, because you guys are just gonna be famous. I hope you know that. You guys are gonna be famous. Thank you very much. So again, guys, on Strike TV, as you can tell, these scabs don't even care. All they care about is themselves. And that's why unions are getting weak, because of guys like them that don't give a damn, that don't care. So, smile for the camera, guys. You guys now become famous. Yeah, it ain't your fault that we out of a job, but it's your fault that you working and keeping the system running when you got 1,800 members out of a job. And they trying to get you benefits so when you come to work. Huh? Nah, they ain't making us offers that's good for everybody. That's everybody. If you were to stand with the union and you win, you win. We all win. Huh?
What is for everybody?
For everybody, for all of us to win. For all of us to win. You want a pension? Don't you want a pension? They're not giving you that's not a pension.
I know what a pension is.
That's not a pension. So 401k is not a pension. But what are you talking about? Nobody gives a pension no more. We have one. That's why we got a union for. So that we get a pension. We had one? But you don't want to fight for it to keep your pension? You don't think that's important? When you think you're going to be young forever? You think you're not going to have age and you're not going to get old?
No, I'll be so as young as you.
But you ain't going to get old? Like you ain't going to have that? You don't want to fight for that? You got people that are backing that up to fight for that. You don't want to fight for that?
What's your biggest grip? That's your biggest beef?
My biggest grip is having pensions and a health care plan that we want. The health care plan doesn't supply what we need for our families. What about going to school and getting credit for grants and stuff like that from the union so that you can go to school? You don't want that neither? What about for your wife and your kids?
Everybody does that.
But everybody what?
Everybody's got that.
Yeah, but look at what. But not the way we got it. Not the way we got it. You don't want to keep what you got?
For some reason, everything that I read is totally different from what they offer.
Okay, so what are they offering you?
Same thing they're offering you.
What's that?
Same thing they offer you.
I'm asking you, what is that? What are they offering you? You told me the same thing, so you know.
Because they're telling us.
What is that? What are they offering you?
The same thing they offer us, they offer you.
No, they didn't. That's not the same. If that was the same thing, we would have been back at work, don't you think? Why do we think we out here fighting for?
I'm hoping you guys come on strike.
But,
make things easier.
But why do you think we're on strike? What do you think will be the purpose for us to be on strike?
The biggest thing I hear is the jib. That's the biggest thing I hear.
But the jib is part of your pension.
Nah, the biggest thing is that they want a freaking blank check.
It ain't a blank, but at the end of the day, listen, whatever the
At
jib...
the end of the day, I'll pay
whatever
you,
the jib wants.
I'll pay you, and I'll pay everybody that's in my company. I agree with that.
But again...
I'm not going to give you a blank check.
But again, look what the benefits you get from being in the jib.
From a blank check?
But you're concerned. You know what the funny part about it? You're concerned about what they're asking for from the jib has nothing to do with you personally.
Well, this is what you're telling me is your biggest jib.
But it's to benefit everybody that's in the union so that we can have benefits for when we go forward.
The company doesn't employ every person in the union, do they?
Do they employ?
Everybody in the union. Is everybody in the union employed by the inspector?
Oh, our division, yes. The union is huge, but our division, yes. Our union is covered by a big umbrella, but that's part of the union.
I agree with the point that they don't want to give a blank check, brother.
But what are you concerned about that for? Like, what is that? What does that benefit? But what does that benefit you? But what does that benefit you? But you're saying the argument is, I don't. No, but your debate is that you're saying that they don't, you agree with them not giving them a blank check. And my argument to you, and my debate to you is, why are you concerned with them, what they give them a check or not? At the end of the day, your concern should be that you get a good pension, right? That you get great health benefits for you and your family, right? That should be your biggest concern. Not worried about what kind of check the jib is getting. The jib has nothing to do with, the jib is what's
trying to overcharge the company for a union that they have non-members that are not part of the employee of this company. I agree with that.
But do you understand that because of the umbrella that the union is under, and the fact that we're under that umbrella,
and that's the whole thing.
But but you understand how that benefits you?
Benefits me?
Absolutely.
If they mismanage the money.
But again, that has nothing to do with what you. But what I'm saying is, what I'm trying to explain to you is that it benefits you to be in the union, whether you're under the umbrella or not. Let me ask you a question. Let's look at it like this. They hire you. Do you care who's the investors of Spectrum Cable TV? Do you care what the investors of cable TV or Spectrum is? But you don't know that. But it don't benefit. But it doesn't benefit you to know that. Exactly. So at the end of the day, that what they discussed over there on the other side has nothing to do with me. What I want to be concerned with, and what our brothers want to be concerned with, is the fact that we get good health benefits, right? And that at the end of the day, if we get hurt, we have a protection. Okay, and if we get old, we have a pension coming in. At the end of the day, that's our concern. Don't you think that's more important than worrying about what kind of check the jib is getting from the company? Honestly, that's not my concern.
Obviously, that's the big concern.
But that's not our concern. That's not what we should be concerned about. What we should be concerned about, is how we're going to get taken care of if we putting in all the work to build the system, right? We build the system, we maintain the system, right? They benefit from the system of the work that we put in, right? Every day. Every customer that pays their bill every month, they benefit from it. Not us. We don't get a piece. We get a small piece of that, maybe a penny of that check. A penny. Think about it. But we're not concerned with that. What we're concerned with is, how are we going to be taken care of after we done built this company? We maintain the system, right? And after we get old and crippled because we're climbing ladders, breaking our backs, carrying them, doing this, going into people's houses that are like got diseases and viruses, infections, how are we going to be covered when we get to a point where we can't do this work no more? Huh?
Change your career, brother.
It ain't changed my career, brother. It's all of us got to fight the same fight, man. We got to fight the same fight. You know what I'm saying?
I've been in this situation before, brother.
Yeah, but we got to fight the same fight. Anyway, guys, I wish you guys would have stand with us, man, and not be the way you guys are.
I would like to too, but I don't agree with that.
But what your agreement, what your disagreement is, I'm trying to make sense of your disagreement. Your disagreement, because your disagreement has nothing to do with you personally. It's such a bigger scale that has nothing to do with it, and you can't.
And that's what you guys should be realizing, that you're not. Honestly, if you guys got rid of that, I get you guys to get back to work, right?
If we got rid of that, yeah.
If you guys took care of that,
think about this. All right, let's look like this. Let's look at this example. I'm gonna give you a perfect example. You make $45 an hour. Just say hypothetically, you make it $45 an hour.
I was gonna say that's a rule.
Let's just hypothetically. I use that as a hypothetical. And that was my key word, hypothetical. Let's say you use that as a hypothetical, right? Let's say they say we're gonna give you $45 now. Now you gotta pay $100 and something every 2 weeks just so you can have a medical plan, right? Okay. So now you divide that 2 weeks of $145, and what you thought you was making, you're not making.
Well, everywhere you go, you gotta pay medical bills.
But we're paying it out of our dues. But we pay that out of our dues.
I was paying more money for my
right. But we pay it out. But I understand where you're coming from. But we're talking about where we at now. We're not talking about your past. Your past matters. We're talking about what's the situation now. So if you decide, right? Let's say you decide. They say, okay, we're gonna throw you $45. By the time you pay your medical, and then you contribute to your own 401k, and then you got to set up your own pension plan for you to get over, or whatever, or your IRA, or whatever you choose to do. By the time you get that money, you're really making $30-something an hour. But think about this. I would rather get paid $43 or $42 an hour pay my union what I got to pay them every month and still make the $43 an hour and still get the benefits, the same benefits, and fight for those benefits as opposed to getting paid a certain number and then them taking it out the back end. That's not fair to you. That's not fair to you. It's not fair to your family. That's why unions are so important. Unions are very important, and we got to keep them like that because with the union, listen, every company has corruption no matter where you go.
I'm glad you know that.
But that's the truth anywhere.
That's why I'd rather be a part of not.
But you're part of the corruption because doing what you're doing right now is still being part of the corruption. It's not being part of the corruption, you're still part of the corruption.
I hope everything gets settled, brother.
No, listen, I want you to
listen.
listen.
This is how I am. See that?
I got you, I'm with you, I'm filming it. But at the end of the day, brother, we gotta stop, man. You know what I'm saying? We got.
I'm not going anywhere.
Huh?
I don't plan on going anywhere. I hope you guys come back.
Yeah, but it's gonna be hard for you if we come back too.
It's in writing.
Yo.
I got it in writing.
Spectrum TV, another episode, having a real discussion with a guy, letting him know how important the union is. Obviously, he's not really seeing that. He sees it, but he doesn't want to see it because obviously it benefits him at the moment. Listen, guys, at the end of the day, the unions are very important. There's a purpose and a reason for unions. This is what we fight for. We fight for fair, equal pay. We fight for security. We fight for anti-discrimination laws. We fight for those things. That's why unions are so important. And I'm going to support my union no matter what. Yes, can we do things better? Absolutely. But right now, my union, I'm going to support them. And you guys support us. Please subscribe to Strike TV. Thank you very much.